Ladies and gentlemen, boom! Adam Ronin,
TJ Combo!
and we are here today with another Ronin review.
Absolutely.
But it's different than what you're used to.
Right. So a lot of times we do an entire fight stick.
Yeah.
Right.
And now we've kind of like run the gamut of fight sticks almost. We still got a few more we're going to do, but now we thought, let's do some pieces of fight sticks.
Because let's talk about that, right? Fight sticks are basically just some of their components, right? If you have poor components in your fight stick, you got a crappy fight stick.
It's as if it's a product.
It is.
Because products are a sum of their components.
You guys just got science on right there. Now, what we're going to be reviewing today...
Nipple tassels.
...is the old... Kowal made the Octopus, which was an Octagate that worked with your Hayabusa stick back in the day. And this was a product that I used myself, right?
Now, when you say stick, for the uninformed, you don't mean the entire fight stick. You're talking about the actual
Hayabusa stick itself. So you could put that inside of whatever shell you wanted to. Mine happened to be in my Hori wrap form. Yep. Now, this guy was made out of acrylic. And while I found it to be a quality product, it did have one tiny little issue with it. And acrylic, after extended use, started to get a little bit of a buildup on the inside, right? And yours truly, myself,
TJ Combo,
happened to experience that.
At Combo Breaker.
At Combo Breaker, that is true.
So what happened?
I started getting some weird inputs. It felt like it wouldn't quite hit the corner because there was a buildup in there. And also, I was getting a lot of accidental DPs, which turns out to be a problem in Street Fighter.
Only in Street Fighter.
Yeah. On main stage.
Yep.
With everybody watching.
James Chen comment.
On stream. So that was not my finest moment there, but I did figure out that it turns out I'm semi-heavy-handed player.
Oh,
I could channel Harambe.
I could have told you that just playing games with you. When I look over and you're on your stick, you're like, you grab the stick, you're like,
come on, let's go.
Yeah. Like over the top.
Yeah. You know? Now some people are very gentle. They're like, combo. I am not. I probably look like I'm arm wrestling this thing to death, and because of that, I'm a little hard on these. So I've never wavered in the fact that I think it's a great product. However, you're probably going to have to replace it a little more frequently than the average person if you so happen to be a heavy-handed player like myself. So that is something that is going to run you $2.95 every time that occurs. But
which isn't terrible, but it's it's a kind of a pain in the butt.
Right. But the great people over at Kowal, they listened to your feedback.
They did.
And they said, I have a solution to your problem.
Yes.
And I present to you the new and improved Kowal Octopus. Now, this was sent to us from the wonderful individuals over at FocusAttack.com. Love the guys. So they sent that to us because they want us to review it. And they wanted to kind of shoot it out against the current things that are on the market. So, we have the old version. We now have the new and improved mega version. And this thing is thick.
It's super thick.
It's beefy as hell.
And it's not made out of acrylic.
It is not. So acrylic, with the heavy use, is where the shavings came from, right? You rub two pieces of things together. This was the weaker material, and eventually it would come apart a little bit, get a little gunked up, and then you had to clean it out, do a little bit more extra maintenance than you would, say, if you had nylon, which is what this guy is made out of.
A thick piece of nylon, too.
Now, there's also another benefit to this. As you guys remember, we talked about how much I love these, and it turns out that that may have had a slight impact on the availability. Because everybody's like, I want one. These were a little more difficult to produce. This is actually going to be a superior material that's easier for them to produce.
Much easier to purchase and reproduce.
They'll be able to create in mass quantity, and you guys won't have to sit around waiting for one of these. Now, we're going to put this guy in. We're actually going to install this, and we're going to go through the full gamut of testing, make sure that it does everything that it says that it's supposed to. But my experience with these guys is they did everything they were supposed to, and this is improved. So my hopes are very high right now.
So we're going to give it an honest review. We're going to put it in, we're going to install it, we're going to play test it, we're going to run it through just the gamut of
beat it up.
TJ Combo's, over the top loading antics. And then we're going to see, if we're going to open it back up and kind of take a peek at it and kind of see how it looks and holds up, and then we're going to give you guys an honest review. Montage! let me say this before we get into the meat potatoes of it. The true test is time, which we don't have. We played it for a couple hours, but really it's going to have to be, how does it feel in 3 to 6 months? Is the real test.
Because here's the thing, this guy feels great, and I felt that it was always a remarkable improvement over the stock gate because I'm an Octagate player. So I think this was like the best $2.95 that you could buy for me, right?
Yep.
But that being said, it required more maintenance. So this being a different material, I believe, is going to solve that problem, that it doesn't have to be as maintenance heavy as this one. But I can say that performance-wise, it felt exactly as I wanted it to.
Yeah, it played great.
It felt great.
Yeah.
We went up there, didn't miss any corners, didn't miss any DPs. Everything was doing what you'd want it to, especially for $2.95, which is the price point that this baby should be releasing at.
Yep, it's going to replace this product and release at the same exact price point, which is very exciting. So.
Right. So at this stage, I would say if you are on a Hayabusa stick, the actual joystick itself, again, doesn't have to be a Hori, but if you have a Hayabusa stick and you're looking to go to an Octagate, this will be not the one I'm holding, but the one that they've made now as the new best solution out there.
Absolutely.
I have seen some other videos where they've suggested like basically taking like a standard JLF gate, and they've done all kinds of ways to just Frankenstein them so that they work with the Hayabusa. I don't know if that's the best answer because we're taking basically parts from a Chevy and putting it on a Ford. So we're going to look into reviewing some other things that are claiming to be the solution. But currently this one is built specifically for the Hayabusa. I think it is what you should be looking for if you're trying to go to an Octagate.
Right. Now, as always with the types of reviews we do, this is all preferential, so maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't like Octagates, in which you should stick with a square gate. For us, in terms of our purposes, awesome. It was really good.
Right. I mean, like you personally, you're typically a square gate player, but I mean, even hitbox. It depends on what you're playing on.
Yep.
I am an Octagate player. I play on both, so I'm very picky about my Octagate, and I want to make sure that the Octopus is the answer to that. One thing I can say though is that when we pulled out the stock gate that was in there, the thickness matches. So this definitely has that meaty girth that you're like, yeah, that baby's it's gonna take some abuse.
Oh shit.
So I'm quite excited. So if you guys do want to pick one up, I would say head over to Focus Stack now.
The link in the description for sure.
Right. And if you guys want to see how did this hold up over time, I would say ask us on these Twitters.
And most importantly, press the subscribe button because probably in a few months' time we'll go back and revisit some of these older products to tell you how they held up over time. But again, thank you to Focus Attack for sending us the the new gate.
Shout out to their products for the ability that they're really looking and working with Kowal to advance things and make solutions that don't currently exist. And definitely,
and just their customer service is just super solid. Like if you need stick parts, we stand behind Focus Attack 100%.
Absolutely.
And we weren't paid to say that.
It could be someday. I don't know if you guys want to throw us a check. That'd be cool.
But most importantly, though. If you want more reviews and you want more sticks coming through the office, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/R24. We've got a lot of neat tiers over there which you can support R24, which will help us bring you more of the stuff that you love, such as our reviews.
And we'll give you more content in addition.
Fun concept.
Love it.
Fun, just fun.
Thank you guys for coming out. Gates!
Gates for days! You get a gate, and you get a gate! We all get gates!